right, Shalom, Shalom. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem B'Kakadash. We're out here, another highways and byways. Shalom to the 144,000, the nation of Israel, which are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans today. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Barakatam. So we're out here on the highways and byways giving our people the words of the Lord, which his name is Yahweh. Ba'ashem means in the name, Yahweh Shai, Hamashayah, because we call Jesus Christ. So I had to move the location a little bit. There's some assholes right? But nevertheless, we're still going to be out here prophesying in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem B'Kakadash, to feed our people, the remnant of the nation of Israel, with the words of truth. The volume of the book, as it is written, thus saith the Holy Bible, right? So we're going to get started with this week's camp, and Lord willing, you are edified, right, through the Spirit of the Lord. So let's get right into it, right? You can't stop the words of the Lord, right? No matter, right, what the gainsayers may say, right, we're out here prophesied to the remnant. 2/3 have to be destroyed on this side. So let's get started with the live camp. The Spirit of the Lord, let's get right into it.
Caution, bus is turning.
All right, Shalom, Shalom. Before I get started, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem B'Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Mount Stone. We are the Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. We're prophesying to you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, which are Israelites, according to the Holy Bible. While you're prophesying the downfall of America, Babylon the Great, the coming of the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, according to the Holy Bible. While you're prophesying to our people of the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes, which consist of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Genesis 25 says, a man came out of the loins of a man named Isaac. His name was Esau. Genesis 25 says he came out all red like a hairy garment. Jacob was the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, which had 12 sons. You have 12 tribes of Israel today. The tribe of Judah, which are the so-called African Americans today. The tribe of Benjamin, they are the West Indians today. The tribe of Levi, they are the so-called Haitians today. The tribe of Simeon, they are the so-called Dominicans today. The tribe of Zebulun, from Guatemala to Panama. The tribe of Ephraim, which are the so-called Puerto Ricans today. The tribe of Manasseh, they are the so-called Cubans today. The tribe of Gad, they are the North American Indians today. The tribe of Reuben, they are the Seminole Indians today. The tribe of Gad, Naphtali, from Argentina to Chile. The tribe of Asher, from Colombia to Uruguay. The tribe of Issachar, which are the so-called Mexicans today. We are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. We prophesied to our people in these last days about the downfall of America, Babylon the Great, the lake of fire described in the book of Revelation, which says the adulterer, the whoremonger, the liar, and everyone that causes deceits will have their part in their lake with that burneth with fire and brimstone. That's talking about the thermonuclear fire coming to America, Babylon the Great. So we're out here prophesying to our people to seek the Most High God while he still may be found. Call upon his name, Yahweh. Not Jehovah, not Yahuwah, it's Yahweh. Bashem means in the name in the ancient Hebrew tongue. Yahweh Shai, Hamashayah is who you call Jesus Christ. It's not Yeshua, it's not Yahushua, it's Yahweh Shai, Hamashayah. We are God's chosen people. We are in the last days. The book of Revelation 13 and 16 says the 2/3 will take the RFID chip in America, Babylon the Great. They will be coerced into taking the RFID chip. Most High God is going to destroy 2/3 of our people because they do not seek the Most High God while he still may be found. Nor the prophecies of the Holy Bible. So this is a judgment that is coming. First you gotta have Ezekiel chapter 38, which is prophesied, which is Russia, China, Iran, all these countries that will come up against America, Babylon the Great, to destroy it with thermonuclear fire. This is what the Holy Bible says. The martial law will come to pass. FEMA camps is coming to America, Babylon the Great. That's why you're prophesying to our people, the remnant, that will seek the Most High God in his word in these last days. Call upon his name in the time of Jacob's trouble, which is also known as the Great Tribulation. So all these things will come to pass and will come as a snare unto the inhabitants of the earth, like scriptures say, because they were not aware, neither seek the word of the Lord, neither seek him while he still may be found. Isaiah 42 and 23. Who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Did not the Lord against whom we have sinned? For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law. Therefore he hath poured upon him the fury of his anger, and the strength of battle, and hath set him on fire round about. Yet he knew not, and it burned him, yet he laid it not to heart. Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes. They are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey and none delivereth. For a spoil and none saith, restore. Which is talking about the other philosophies that our people are in. Man-made religion, false doctrine, the philosophies of this world, which we're calling out the remnant of our people into this marvelous light, which is the words of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. In order to what? Be filled up with the measure that the Lord gave them and the understanding to prepare, in order to prepare for the things that are coming to planet Earth, which is martial law, FEMA camps, World War III, World Economic Collapse, central bank, digital currencies. All these things are written in the scriptures, but we let our people to be snared by the philosophies of this world by not pulling them out of that fire, like it says in the book of St. Jude, which says to save some with sound wisdom and some admonish like the spot on their garment. So this is what we're doing, prophesying to our people to seek the Most High God and His Word while still may be found before the days of the Most High God's wrath, which He said He will pour out His fury upon the earth. Scriptures say that the skies will be darkened the day of the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is darkness and not light. Scriptures speak about nuclear fallout, mushroom clouds, the heavens being rolled away as a scroll, the stars falling up in the skies. That's talking about intercontinental ballistic missiles coming to America, Babylon the Great. Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that He had taken against Edom, and His purposes that He has purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely He shall make their habitations desolate with them. The least of the flock are those that are in our Holy Land today, in Jerusalem, within these two different conflicts that are other nations. They are not of our people, of the 12 tribes of Israel, which are the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Those are heathens in the land, like it says in the book of St. Luke, that the Jerusalem will be trodden down until the time of the Gentiles is fulfilled. So the least of the flock means you're going to have that conflict escalate and lead to World War III, which is Gog and Magog. Ezekiel chapter 38 is going to have a part to play in that as well, which is Russia, China, Iran, all these countries that will come up against America, Babylon the Great. To destroy it with nuclear fire, thermonuclear fire. Jeremiah 49:21. The earth is moved at the noise of their fall. At the cry, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. So there's going to be a great noise. The nations will see the fall of America, Babylon the Great. They will see the land of Israel scorched with thermonuclear fire. But before that, you got to have the RFID chip being implemented, which is the mark of the beast. Then you're going to have all hell break loose, martial law being enacted, FEMA camps set up, which you see already set up today. So all these things are perfectly planned, which is why you see store closures. Why the hell are they building in a damn school in the middle of a recession? But 2/3 will not understand that the Most High God is bringing all these things quickly in these last days. So like I said, scriptures say that they shall be caught unawares. It will come as a snare unto the inhabitants of the earth. Because they didn't know the times that we were in. They didn't understand that the Most High God sent up servants to tell you what will come to pass. To give you the volume of the book. Who has given you that understanding? Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite Camp. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on the highways and byways. Matthew 22:9. IUIC, ISUPK, Sakari, these other Hebrew Israelite camps have a 501c3 tax exempt status. They have a contract with the damn cracker. Feed you with nothing but lies and deception, to not give you the full understanding of the biblical prophetic word. So we are giving you that understanding, like it says in the book of Habakkuk, that the knowledge of the Lord will cover the earth like waters. Paul the apostle said that their voice was heard in all the earth. Why? Because the Most High God set up the internet, YouTube, in order for us to prophesy and warn the remnant of our people of these things that will come to pass. So we're prophesying to the 12 tribes of Israel, which consists of the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Thermonuclear fire is coming to America, Babylon the Great. The RFID chip is a microchip which will be given to both small and great, rich and poor, to receive it in their right hand or in their forehead. That's Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite Camp, that is giving you the understanding. The Lord set up YouTube, the internet, and gave us the understanding to prophesy in these last days. So again, he said, their voice went forth into all the earth. The book of St. Peter says that the day of the Lord is going to be as a day terrible, the elements melting with fervent heat, the heavens consuming away. Second Peter chapter 2, verse 12. Looking for and hastening to the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. What does it say in the book of Joel? The book of Revelation, that the thermonuclear missiles are as horsemen running back to and forth to the houses, the curse that go forth in the earth. It's talking about the chariots of the Most High God, which are the so-called UFOs you read about in the Holy Bible. They are the modern day UFOs, UAPs, UFO means unidentified flying object, unidentified aerial phenomenon. This is what Moses saw in the wilderness, which was their guide, which was a giant so-called UFO. These are the vehicles of the holy angels. Ezekiel chapter 2, the book of Psalms, they are as spirits, as flaming fire. They have vehicles as well, which the so-called white man says their capabilities is far beyond theirs by thousands and thousands of years. So even the so-called white man is telling you what is going on today. We are giving you the understanding of the things that will come to pass. That's Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp. So what does St. Peter say? He said the elements shall melt with fervent heat. That's the day of the Lord, which is darkness and not light. Second Peter 3:6, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. The book of Revelation says what? The second death is a lake of fire, which is America, Babylon the Great, utterly being burnt up by the thermonuclear missile. The first death is when the Most High God flooded the earth with water. The second death is the thermonuclear missile. You have other camps say that it's going to be millions and millions of missiles. That is not what it's talking about. That's talking about the power of the thermonuclear warhead, which is going to turn America, Babylon the Great to a perpetual desert. Second Peter 3:7, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men, which includes Hebrew Israelite camps like IUIC, ISUPK, Sakari, which have a 501c3 tax-free contract with the goddamn cracker, which his name is Esau Edom, according to the biblical word. Psalms 83 says that the nations have conspired to cut us off from being a people, from this word to go out. But the Most High God said that his word will be sent forth throughout the earth. The book of St. Matthew says that the word will be preached unto all the earth for a testimony, and then the end shall come. So what does Psalm chapter 83 say? That the tabernacles of Edom has conspired against our people, which is the so-called white man today, Esau Edom. Genesis 25 says, came out all red like a hairy garment. The Ishmaelites, which are the so-called Arabs today. The Moabites, which are the so-called Chinese today. The Ammonites, the so-called Japanese today. These are the nations that are selling you filth. Selling you, you go to the goddamn Indian store, East Indian store, and he's selling you spice to fry your fucking brains. You got the damn, the so-called Arab giving you damn Lucy's, because they want to see you in the low state of mind. You got the damn Moabite, the so-called Chinese, feeding you goddamn rats in the form of General Tso's chicken. That shit does not even look like chicken. So you gotta wonder who sets these nations up. That is the so-called white man, Esau Edom. Hagarenes, which are of the Hamitic nations. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, Japheth. Japheth are the so-called Hawaiians today. The Polynesians, the original Greeks. You look at Greek pottery, it has images of so-called dark-colored, melanated peoples, because those are the original Greeks. The so-called white man, via Alexander the Great, which Hellenized the known world. This is the man of perdition, the man that he is as death. He heapeth up all people unto himself, which is why he went and dropped the damn atomic bomb in Hiroshima and melted little Japanese girls' ears off, went to the Congolese and chopped the hands off of those that wouldn't be subjected unto them. This is a man of sin, the man of perdition, Esau Edom, the one behind all these conspiracies to cut us off from being a nation. So you have Japheth, you have Shem, out of Shem came Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Elam, which are the so-called East Indians today. You also have, so Shem, out of Shem came Abraham. Abraham had 2 sons, Ishmael, Isaac. Isaac had 2 sons, Jacob and Esau, which Esau is the so-called white man today. Jacob is the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Another son of Noah is Ham, which is the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. Those are Africans. These are 2 distinct nations. They have 2 distinct customs. Acts chapter 13 says the Jews were called Niger. That just means black. So our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because they are not seeking the Most High God's word. Revelation 1 and 3 says, blessed is he that readeth and keepeth the words of this prophecy, because the time is at hand. St. Peter, 2 Peter 1 and 19, we also have a more sure word, a prophecy, whereunto you do well, that you take heed, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place, until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts. The sure word of prophecy, the great millstone, is given you via the volume of the book. We go into the Hebrew, we go into the Greek, we do the sit-downs. We're not those that are prophesying deceits. We don't come with gimmicks like IUIC, ISUPK, Sakari, with their 501c3 tax-exempt contract. We're giving you the sure word of prophecy. Like it says in the book of Isaiah, the Most High God said, seek me, and I will give you the sure mercies of David. King David went off, he slew a man, he committed adultery. The Most High God always said, return unto me. Via his servants, the book of Jeremiah says, I send my servants rising day in and day out. Which is what you read about in the scriptures, which is the voice of the Lord. The voice of the Lord is ultimately the understanding, the word, the accounts, the prophetic breakdowns. That is the voice of the Lord. We are the voice of the Lord. To give you what? the understanding of what the RFID chip is, which is the mark of the beast, becoming a martial law, FEMA camps, World War III, World Economic Collapse, central bank, digital currencies, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. That is the Most High God's name. It's not Jehovah, it's not Yahuwah, it's Yahweh. Bahashem means in the name. Yahweh Shai, the Mashiach, so you call Jesus Christ. It's not Yeshua, Yahushua, not Yeshua, Yahweh Shai, the Mashiach. So you got Sakari selling damn merchandise, asking for tithes. But then they got, and they don't believe in the words of Paul the Apostle. But then in their advertisements, they put a precept from the epistles of Paul. That sounds like hypocrisy, and you can see these men are not right. They're off. Their understanding, the breakdowns do not add up. IURC first said the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, which is the mark of the beast. They said the mark of the beast is sin. Then they said it's Christianity. Then they said it's a picture of Caesar Borgia, which is a son of Pope Alexander VI, which is a whitewashed image, the incorrect image of who you call Jesus Christ, which was pushed during the Renaissance era during the 1500s, which is when the so-called white man was ran into the Caucasus Mountains for 1,000 years, when the Moors ruled Europe in the 5th century. The iconoclasm, the whitewashing of the images of the Most High God, of the holy angels, of the apostles, of the servants of the Lord. Why? Because so-called white men, the other nations, they know who we are. They know that in the time when Israel was as a whole nation, the northern and southern kingdom were united, that there was prosperity for the nation of Israel, the heathens being subjugated. During the time of King Solomon, during the time of King David, throughout, like it says in Revelation chapter 11, which is why when Israel fell off as a nation, scriptures say that they rejoiced one unto another. They gave gifts one unto another because they saw our fall, which had to come to pass. Revelation 11:7. And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them, shall overcome them, kill them. Why? Because you had to have particular things come to pass. You had to have Israel, the northern kingdom, carried away during the time of the Assyrians, 850 APC, which are the Hispanic tribes, the native Indians, the Seminole Indians, the northern kingdom, the so-called aboriginals of the Americas, the ministry of the Gentiles, that we look like other nations as well. So we're not carnal like these other groups. Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp. That is giving you a full understanding, the breakdown of the prophetic word. So the northern kingdom was carried to Assyria. They mingled with the Assyrians. When certain times they're called Chaldeans, certain times they're called Babylonians. These are different parts of Mesopotamia, which would be modern day Afghanistan, Iraq, and the surrounding areas. So the northern kingdom mingled with them. Then they came to the Americas after the Assyrian captivity. The Lord led them here in order for them to continue to grow. And then the Most High God sent Esau, Edom, to thresh, to slaughter, to rape, to pillage, and to overcome the northern kingdom. Then he put it in the spirit of the so-called white man to bring the southern kingdom, which are the so-called African Americans, which are the Judites, the real Jews, not those that claim to be God's people. That conflict going on overseas. Some of our people are mingled amongst both sides over there, but as a collective, they are not God's people. The majority will be here in America, Babylon the Great. Which is why the book of Ezekiel, the book of Hosea, the Lord said he would lure them to the wilderness. That wilderness is America, Babylon the Great. The book of Job says that the valley of the shadow of death, where darkness is as light, is America, Babylon the Great. If you have that insight that the scriptures can give you. So this is what happened to the northern kingdom. They mingled with the so-called Assyrians, but the seed is according to the Father, Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18. So the southern kingdom was brought via the transatlantic slave trade. The Judites, the Benjamites, which are the West Indians, the Judites, the so-called African Americans, the Simeonites, which are the so-called Dominicans, the Levites, which are the so-called Haitians, who fled to West Africa and to the other parts of the earth via Roman persecution. You have something called the Roman Jewish Wars, 70 AD, when Jerusalem was set on fire and destroyed. You had during that siege many Edomites on our side fighting along with us. Why? Because they had converted to the customs and the manners of our forefathers. And some of them are here today keeping so-called the Torah, the Torah, which means instruction, direction, the law, which is ultimately the whole book. So they fled into the interiors of West Africa and to other parts of the earth. Deuteronomy 28 and 68 prophesied that they will be brought on slave ships, sold as bond men and bond women, into the second row, spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt. Look in the back of your dollar bill. You have an image of a pyramid. You have that eagle, which is the symbol of the so-called white man. The book of Obadiah says, "Thou hast exalted thyself as the eagle." The book of Proverbs say that those that remain away from understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. That's 2/3 of you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans that are not seeking the Most High God, why so may be found. Nor calling upon His name, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, nor seeking the prophecies of the Holy Bible in these last days. So that's Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp, that is giving you the understanding. Going into the Hebrew, going into the Greek, breaking down the prophetic word. Isaiah chapter 28 says, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, account upon account. Comparing, contrasting, doing your research, going into Bible maps. Revelation 11 and 9. Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Where also our Lord was crucified, meaning they axed out the image of the black Messiah, they whitewashed it, placed it goddamn dog-haired, pale dog, Caesar Borgia, perverted the words of the Most High God. The so-called white man took the form of God, turned it, the Creator's creation, into leading to idolatry, leading to more and more false doctrines, which are pushed today upon the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. So this is why 2/3 have to be destroyed. They're already destroyed because they love the so-called white man's world. They love to be oppressed. They love to give themselves for a gift. The book of St. Luke says that what shall it profit a man if he sell his soul? Meaning you cast away your morals. You can't actually sell your soul because the souls belong to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So that's Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp, that is giving you the 100% truth, the volume of the book, from Old Testament to New Testament, the whole understanding that is going out in these latter days. So martial law has to come to pass, FEMA camps, World War III, world economic collapse, central bank digital currencies, the lake of fire, where 2/3 will receive the ultimate punishment, which is the thermonuclear missile touching down upon America, Babylon the Great. Why? Because they disdain the words of the Most High God. Did not give ear unto his law. So that's Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp, that is giving you the understanding which is going out today. Revelation 11 and 9. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets permitted them to dwell upon the earth, which is talking about the two witnesses, the law and the prophets. which represents the northern kingdom, the southern kingdom, the whole nation. The things that the Most High God promised unto them, which he promised upon himself unto Abraham. That promise to be continued via Isaac, via Jacob. Revelation 11:3, there is a voice of the howling of the shepherds for their glory, the spoil, a voice of the roaring of young lions for the pride of Jordan, the spoil. Zechariah 11:4, thus saith the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. The possessor on this side is the so-called white man, Esau Edom. They're shepherds in the form of these false pastors, your Christian, your Catholic pastor, these other Hebrew Israelite camps that have nothing but gimmicks, which have a 501c3 tax-exempt status. IUIC, ISUPK, Sakari, to pervert the words of the Most High God and His only begotten Son. Do not give you that solemn warning that is going out in these latter days. Like it says in Ezekiel chapter 33, it says, when you see the sword coming, you blow the trumpet and warn the flock. Isaiah 1:16. Wash ye, make you clean, put away the evil of your doings from before my eyes. Cease to do evil. How do you wash yourself clean? Via the renewing and washing of the water of the word, being renewed in the spirit of your mind, putting off these false doctrines, the philosophies and traditions of men, putting on the whole armor, which is the whole understanding, which is going out in these last days. Via our elders and apostles, the Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp, the breakdown of the prophetic word, the Most High God's name, His only begotten Son, all these things that 2/3 will not receive. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2/4 therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So 2/3 are those that will be coerced and be taking the RFID chip. You're going to perish in the time of martial law, FEMA camps, World War III, world economic collapse, central bank digital currencies, parallel farming, 3D printed meat, GMOs, chemtrails, 5G towers. All these things are created as a weapon against the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, and you other nations as well, because the so-called white man is as death. The scriptures say that no flesh will be saved unless the Most High God intervenes. So this goddamn devil has control of the food, of the military strength, via his conglomerates, the EU, NATO. But the Lord is going to stir up Russia, China, Iran, the BRICS AI nations to ultimately come up against America, Babylon the Great. Jeremiah chapter 49, the least of the flock. So it's evident that these things are unraveling before our eyes. Wars, rumors of wars. Book of 2nd Ezra says that fire will be often sent out, which is going to happen when the Most High God scorches the earth during the time of World War III. But you also have in Hawaii direct energy weapons, and Hawaii getting scorched. So-called white man showing you his strength via his technology, brain chip implants, AI pins. So that peace, prosperity is actually deception, convenience, which is going to be presented unto you via the RFID chip. Brain chip implants. Which is why it says in book of 2 Thessalonians, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction will come upon them. Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do iniquity shall be stubble. And the day cometh that shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Same thing you read about in the book of St. Peter. Same thing you read about in the book of Revelations. Joel. Zechariah. Isaiah. Jeremiah. So he's giving you that understanding. That's Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp. Not IUIC, not ISUPK, Sakari, your local Christian, the Catholic pastor, your 501c3 tax exempt Christian Catholic pastor. We can tell you what the mark of the beast is, the RFID chip. We can tell you about things like martial law, FEMA camps, World War III, world economic collapse, central bank digital currencies. All roads lead to the RFID chip. Store closures, rioting, false flag events, unrighteous decrees. They don't want you to congregate. They don't want you to know the whereabouts and the current happenings in the world. They want you to stay glued to your goddamn smartphone, which your smartphone is tracking you. All of a sudden, there's cameras everywhere. All the lights are bright because they're preparing for martial law. The FEMA camps are prepared as well. The book of Sirach says the scourges are prepared as amendment for the wicked, spirits that are created for vengeance, teeth of wild beasts, pestilence. The book of 2nd Ezra says that the wild beasts will change their place. So in the time of martial law, when all hell breaks loose, you're gonna have stores being looted. The wild beasts of the field are gonna come out of their habitation because the scriptures say the earth will produce famine as well. The earth will mourn because of the inhabitants thereof. Sirach 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail, and famine and death, all these things were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. 2 Andrews 5 and 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall often be sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places. Menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. Salt waters shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then wit shall hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself to his secret chamber. Because the scriptures say that the waters will be turned into blood, the creatures of the sea will die. The waters turn wormwood, be a nuclear radiation. The stars of heaven fallen are the intercontinental ballistic missiles. Who is giving you that understanding? Great millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp, giving you the volume of the book. We go into Old Testament, New Testament. We can tell you what all these things are about. How all hell is going to break loose. How the RFID chip is going to be implemented. Shipping stations being set up. Coast Guard troops covering the streets of America, Babylon the Great. That's Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp, that is giving you the 100% truth. Not camps like IUIC, ISUPK, Sakari, that have a 501c3 tax-exempt contract with the so-called white man. Christian Catholic pastor can't tell you what the RFID chip is, which is the mark of the beast. He can't tell you who the tribes are. When Ezekiel chapter 37 says, put the two sticks together. They don't go to the historical accounts of the Taino Indians, the Seminole Indians, the Native Americans, how their customs are similar to the customs written in the Holy Bible. The northern, southern kingdom, which is the remnant that will come, return to the Most High God in these last days, in righteousness and in truth. The servants of Yahweh Bashem Shai prophesying in these last days of these things that will come to pass, as written, thus saith the Holy Bible. So the scriptures say that what? The love of many shall wax cold. One man will destroy another for a lack of water, a lack of bread. Because unless you take the RFID chip, you will not be able to buy or sell. So you're going to have those that conform and take the RFID chip. You're going to have those that don't. They're going to spoil one another. Friends shall destroy one another. Sedition among men. One man will not be able to enter to another city. Which is why it says in the book of Revelation that America, Babylon the Great is divided into FEMA zones. You have a wildfire, a fire that happened via a truck explosion on 95 that melted part of the bridge. Which was a test run for the real thing. So-called white man is finding out how to cut off access to other cities. So he can do it quickly and precisely. His own way when all hell breaks loose. So that's who's giving you the 100% truth. Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite Camp. Not IUIC, ISUPK, Sakari. These other Hebrew Israelite camps, they have a 501c3 tax-exempt contract with the so-called white man. Second Ezra 6:22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. Which will happen when martial law is enacted. That trumpet being sounded. Which is talking about the sirens that will go off when they declare martial law. Right when FEMA camps are set up, the guillotines, which the remnant, some of us will be put to death for this word. The Lord is going to hide, ultimately, the remnant as a whole. But you're going to have martyrs. Martyr in the Greek just means a witness. So it's not always that deep. It's not always what you hear from other philosophies or what they try to imply. That martyr means you're doing something honorable. Martyr just means witness. Which is why the Lord said, you are my witnesses. Because we're giving you the understanding via the scriptures. So this is what the Holy Bible is about. The coming of martial law, FEMA camps, World War III, world economic collapse, central bank, digital currencies. Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai is his name. The Most High God's name is Yahweh. Not Jehovah, not Yahuwah, it's Yahweh. By Hashem means in the name, Yahushai. Mashiach, who you call Jesus Christ. Not Yeshua, not Yahushua, Yahweh Shai. Those other pronunciations were added in the 5th century by the small hats, those that claim to be God's chosen people, but are not. They are converts, Edomite converts. So when you read the Torah, the commas or vowel points or the naquad that was added later on, it is not in the original manuscripts.
Caution. Bus is terminating.
Which they're called diacritics. Daya goes back to the Aramaic. It means which. Critics means to criticize. That which is criticized. It's just supposed to help with pronunciations. But it is not how the original manuscripts were written with the vowel points. So this is who's giving you the understanding. Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp. He can tell you what the RFID chip is. The coming of martial law, FEMA camps, World War III, World Economic Collapse, central bank digital currencies, the things written to come to pass in these last days. Thus saith the Holy Bible. Started with the elders and apostles, the Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp, that have been laboring for decades and decades, speaking the same thing over and over again. The most hated Hebrew Israelite camp we're called the bump camp, we're called grunts, but we don't give a damn. The Lord said to prophesy, and who can but prophesy, like it says in the book of Joel. No other philosophy is speaking in these last days. The Most High God is visiting the earth via his servants, the prophets. Second Ezra 6:24. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And the earth shall stand in fear of those that dwell therein. The springs of the mountains shall stand still. In the 3 hours they shall not run. Second Ezra 9:30. And thou spakest, saying, Hear me, O Israel, and mark my words, seed of Jacob. For behold, I sow my law in you, and it shall bring fruit in you, and you shall be honored and it forever. But our fathers which received the law kept it not, and observed not its ordinances. And though the fruit of thy law didn't perish, neither could it, for it was thine. Which is why Yahushua said, the earth shall pass away, but my words will not pass away. Isaiah 28, chapter 28 says, precept upon precept, line after line, here a little, there a little, so they shall fall backward and be snared. Because the curses had to come to pass upon the nation of Israel. The prophecies have to come to pass. 2/3 have to forsake Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Yahushai Hamashayah. It was delivered up during the time of the Romans by their own people. We had Jake constantly mocking the Lord when he prophesied, when he came in the flesh. These are the same mockers, the same hardheads that you see today in the nation of Israel. The Lord said unto the Pharisees, I go where you cannot come. They said, will he kill himself? He said, I am that bread that came forth from heaven. And he said, will we drink his blood and eat his flesh? What the hell is he talking about? They called him a Samaritan. They said he had a demon on him. His own family told him, it's in the book of St. Mark, that he is beside himself. They called him crazy. So we're going to be as that spectacle. The servant is not above his master. But we're prophesying in order for the Most High God to save us in that day or deliver us up to the wicked. Either way, the Lord said that his servants shall prophesy until the end comes, until the famine of the word, which is written in the book of Amos. Because ultimately, the Hebrew Israelites, starting with Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp, we're going to be tied to white supremacist groups, military groups, paramilitary groups, Antifa groups, Islamic extremism, when all we're doing is reading out of the Holy Bible. We're telling you what the RFID chip is, the coming of martial law, FEMA camps, World War III, world economic collapse, central bank, digital currencies. We are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. That's Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp, that can give you 100% understanding. Non-camps like IUIC, ISUBK, Sakari, which have a 501c3 tax-exempt status like your local Christian and Catholic pastor. They can't tell you what the RFID chip is, which is the mark of the beast. They can't tell you things like martial law, FEMA camps, written in the Holy Bible. Coast Guard troops that will cover the streets in the time of Jacob's trouble, which is also known as the Great Tribulation. We are in the last days. Most High God is going to stir up the least of the flock, which is those in our holy land, in the land of Israel, to push World War III. Ezekiel chapter 38, Gog and Magog is being prepared to the day of the Lord's battle, which is Russia, China, Iran, the BRICS AI nations. The thermonuclear fire is that lake of fire, which is America, Babylon the Great. There's a video on YouTube, a man that was burned alive in a Tesla. And in the end, he was screaming, and the Lord put it in the flame. He kept that man's spirit in him in order for him to be cooked in that Tesla. That's how the destruction of America, Babylon the Great is coming. That man was screaming for his life in that Tesla. That's how 2/3 are going to sound. That is the judgment of you other nations that are in this land. The so-called white man and the Edomite that is in America, Babylon the Great. You're going to feel that thermonuclear fire if you don't get God during the time of Jacob's trouble, or the FEMA camps, or the chip, because the RFID chip is going to give you cancer. That's Revelation chapter 14. Those that take the RFID chip, the scriptures say that they'll have putrefying sores. Revelation 16:2, and the first man poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image, which is talking about the system of America, Babylon the Great, the pagan customs, the surveillance systems, the databases, which goes into the 666. You look at particular barcodes, you see a number in the center, one at the beginning, one at the end. There's times where it's 666. What you have in the Greek, chi, psi, stigma goes into how you're going to receive the RFID chip. Either in your head or in your forehead. So the same way they brand cattle, they're going to brand you with the RFID chip. The Rothschilds, the wicked bankers, the Edomites. Even the Edomites don't care about these regular Edomites. They're collateral damage for the wicked elite, for the super rich that will build bunkers. Like Rick Ross said, he's building the doomsday bunker. These bunkers are where the rich elite will hide in. Then the Most High God is going to implement the RFID chip. 2/3 will take it. Martial law will be enacted. FEMA camps, guillotines. Then the Most High God is going to bring the ICBM missiles. Before the missiles hit, the remnant is going to be called into the heavens when the second coming of Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, whom you call Jesus Christ, when he returns with the holy angels of heaven, which are the holy angels. The book of Psalms says there are spirits of fire, but they also have vehicles in Ezekiel chapter 2, because the vehicle is a modern day UFO, UAP. And the book of Ezekiel says that there's a spirit in that vehicle. Wherever the spirit goes, the vehicle moves with it. Compared unto a wheel, which is the modern day UFO, UAP. That is what will cover the skies. The time of Jacob's trouble, the chariots will turn, run to and fro in America, Babylon the Great. They're going to shoot down lasers as well as the remnant are getting caught up into one ship, Yahweh Shai's ship, which is going to be about the size of the state of Texas. And they're going to be changed as they ascend to the skies. They're going to receive their spiritual bodies. They're going to be immortal. Then they're going to be placed back into Jerusalem. And then the armies of the earth are going to see Yahweh Shai's return. They're going to follow all the tanks, all the stealth bombers. They're going to go to Jerusalem, to the Valley of Decision. And the remnant will come down with Yahweh Shai. We're going to get beamed down from the chariot. And Yahweh Shai is going to basically snap his finger, and all the armies of the earth are going to be turned to ashes. And then the remnant that receive immortality, they're going to go to around the earth. You're going to collect the remnant that are amongst the other lands. Isaiah 11:11, which is a few of those that remain in these other parts of the earth, of the Israelites. We're going to bring them back. They're going to be changed as well. The remnant that get delivered, they're going to go into these bunkers in the other parts of the earth where the wicked elite Edomites are. They're going to take them out of those bunkers, and we're going to put chains on them and throw them in a goddamn pit. Then we're going to enslave the so-called white man for 1,000 years. The other nations are going into captivity as well, but you're not going to remain from World War III. In World War III, scriptures say that there shall hardly be a man to till the earth. So the heathens that remain, they're going to be taken into captivity. They're basically going to be bred for 1,000 years to fill the earth back again. After 1,000 years, the Edomites are going to be put into a pit, and we're going to burn them up. Obadiah 1:18, the father of lies, Satan, the deceiver, the devil that the Bible speaks of, will be no more. And you other nations will learn righteousness. And then you're going to be placed back in your own land, and you're going to obey, or you're not going to receive rain in your land. You're going to keep the Feast of Weeks. You're going to keep the Passover, which the new Passover is going to be the deliverance from America, Babylon the Great. The rat eater, the Moabite, is going to wear his fringes. He's going to grow a beard. He's going to keep the Sabbath day. He's going to call us master. You Ishmaelites that are all fucked out, you're going to call us master. Yes, sir, master. The so-called East Indian is going to have to take a bath and keep the laws of the Most High God. Or we're going to put a foot up their ass. So these things are ready to come to pass. 2/3 do not understand because they're not supposed to understand. So he's giving you the understanding. Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp. We'll tell you who the Israelites are, the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. The 12 tribes of Israel. That's Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp. That is giving you the 100% truth. Not your local Christian and Catholic pastor, not IUIC, not ISUPK, not Sakari, that have a 501c3 tax-exempt contract with the so-called white man to pervert the words of the Most High God, to not teach the correct doctrine. They can't tell you what the RFID chip is. They can't tell you about the coming of martial law, world economic collapse, the downfall of America, Babylon the Great. Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, who you call Jesus Christ, he said, I saw Satan like lightning falling down from heaven. This is how quick the society is going to go down via the words of the Most High God, via his servants prophesying, and then the end coming to pass. That's Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp. So we're giving you the Most High God's name, the only begotten Son. We're telling you he's God's chosen people. We're telling you about the curses in Deuteronomy 28:15-68, which says so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American will live under particular living conditions, which will be have negative effects on them. You're gonna have mold. You're gonna receive the pestilence, the plagues of Egypt. You're going to be oppressed in the city, in the field. You're going to have an evil eye towards your brother. You're going to build a house and not dwell in it. To build it, the so-called white man society. Now, Jake is flourishing to an extent, but that's because the so-called white man knows that he has to appease the tribes, because he knows that the word is going out. There's distractions, particular distractions that they have to create. Particular false flag events, and so on and so forth. So he's giving you the understanding that's Great Bell Stove, Hebrew Israelite camp. This is why you have cameras everywhere. This is why you have bright lights all of a sudden everywhere. This is why the so-called cracker is in the gym pumping iron. You got Jake eating a goddamn Subway sandwich with an extra bacon on it. These Edomites, they play the Fortnite, they Call of Duty, because they're practicing with a real thing when all hell breaks loose. Because in that day, you're going to have those, like I said, that take the RFID chip. You're going to have those that don't. And one house will invade another for lack of water, lack of bread. Which you see happening now. Crime has to increase. Reprobate spirit, perverse spirit, that the Most High God has mingled in America, Babylon the Great. That's Isaiah chapter 19, has to come to pass. That great falling away, and then the man of sin being revealed, because you had a great falling away in the ancient Roman Empire, when our people fell away as a whole into other philosophies. Then that man of sin being revealed, that is happening in these last days as well. So these things have to come to pass. You have the revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach. You have the revelation of the man of perdition. You have the revelation of God's chosen people are. The book of Revelation is literally called Revelation. The revelation of the prophecies that have been hidden for over 2,000 years. The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Holy Bible. The events that were predicted over 2,000 years ago, now being explained, now being expounded. The book of Acts chapter 1 says that Yahushua told his followers that it is not given to you to know the times of the seasons. We're in that time and season where things are being revealed, the things that will come to pass. St. Matthew, the book of St. Matthew, says that blessed are your eyes for you see these things. There are other men, prophets, wise men that have wanted to see these things, but have not seen them because they weren't given the full understanding. The prophet Isaiah, the prophet Jeremiah, the prophet Malachi, they had visions. They didn't know what the visions meant, so they wrote it down and prophesied it. chapter 13, verse 13. Therefore, speak I to them in parables, because they see not, they hear not, neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing you shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing you shall see, and not perceive. Verse 16, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see these things which you see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear, and have not heard them. Which is why Yahushua called us friends, no longer servants, because we know as well it's talking about these latter days. Like I said, Acts chapter 1 says that it was not given unto those men at that time to know the season or the time of the restoration of the nation of Israel, which consists of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans today. 12 tribes of Israel. The revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach, Daniel 7 and 9, says his feet were as brass, his hair like wool, his eyes as a fiery flame. Revelation 1 and 13, hair white like wool, feet as brass. Acts chapter 1 and verse 6. When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, rule down this time, restore again the kingdom to Israel. And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power. What shall I say? You shall serve me for regeneration, plus reincarnation. It's in the Holy Bible. The servants of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, the prophecies that will come to pass. The RFID chip, martial law, FEMA camps, World War III, Ezekiel chapter 38, Gog and Magog, being prepared to the day of the Lord's battle. Jeremiah chapter 49, release of the flock will draw them out. That conflict in the land of Israel will ultimately escalate, lead to World War III. Bible is about coming of martial law, FEMA camps, World War III, world economic collapse, central bank, digital currencies. We are the Israelites the Bible speaks of. As Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp, that is giving you 100% understanding. Other camps like IUIC, ISUPK, Sakari, they can't give you the breakdown, the prophetic word. Can't tell you what the RFID chip is. Can't tell you about things like martial law, FEMA camps, World War III, the economic collapse of America, Babylon the Great, the image of Yahushua, the image of Yahweh, my Heavenly Father, which is not Yahuwah, it's not Jehovah, it's Yahweh. B'Shem means in the name, in the ancient Hebrew tongue, Yahushua. Mashiach is who you call Jesus Christ. Not Yeshua, not Yahushua, Yahushua, Mashiach. Yah means he. Hawashai means deliverer. The Heavenly Father's name, Yahweh, is Yah means he. Hawa means to exist. Ha-Mashayak means he. Mashayak, anointed. Which is where you get that word Messiah. It goes back to the Hebrew, which means anointed. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down. The Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. Daniel 10 and 5. Then I lift up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold and a few fads. His body was also like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamp of fire, and his arms and his feet like a two color of polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. So that is the revelation of Yahweh Shai, the revelation of the Most High God, the revelation of the prophetic word, the prophecies that are written from the past. Thus saith the Holy Bible, who is giving you that understanding, that great millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp. Not camps like IUIC, ISUPK, Sakari, your local 501c3, tax exempt pastor. That's great millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp. The Most High God's name is Yahweh. Not Jehovah, not Yahuwah, Yahweh. Ba'Shem, he's in the name of the ancient Hebrew tongue. Yahweh Shai, Hamashayak, so you call Jesus Christ. It's not Yeshua, not Yahushua, Yahweh Shai, Hamashayak. That is what the Holy Bible is about. The prophecies that are written to come to pass. The revelation of God's chosen people, which are the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Americans, the 12 tribes of Israel, the wicked being revealed, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Genesis 25 and 25 says he came out all red like a hairy garment. The revelation of the mystery of the Gentiles, meaning we look like other nations, but it's according to the seed of the Father, Numbers 1 and 18. So you have carnal Israelites, other groups that say you have to look like Michael Jordan. You have to be as dark as Michael Jordan. You can't look like a heathen. But then you have Drake has a son in one generation. That son is 2 generations. That son was whitewashed because his father was a Jake. But his father took an Edomite woman as a wife. So did Drake. And now the child looks like a so-called white baby. You have those of the Northern Kingdom who are doing the work, but you have Jay complaining that we don't look like exactly like these other camps say, that we don't have that look. We look like heathens, but we're doing the work, and they're just sitting back and watching the prophecies unfold. Or they're in these other groups pulling out the precept packages and not properly dividing the words of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai.
Even if we did really want to make this the full
So this is what's written to come to pass. Martial law, FEMA camps, World War III, world economic collapse, central bank digital currencies. We are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. That's Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp. It is giving you the 100% truth, prophesying in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. I'm telling you the things that will come to pass. Thus saith the Holy Bible, the volume of the book. We go into the Hebrew, we go into the Greek, we can prove what we say. The other camps, all they do is naysay, mock and scoff at the words that we bring out, the breakdowns, the sit-downs, classes, but they can't refute the things that we say. Their only defense is calling us the bum camp, calling us grunts. But you can't defend your own doctrine, your own hypocrisies. You can't even hide your own hypocrisies. The Lord has found you to be a liar. Paul the Apostle said there must be heresies, meaning sects, meaning other groups, in order to know those that are approved among you. So we can tell you about the RFID chip. We can tell you about martial law, FEMA camps, World War III, world economic collapse, central bank digital currency, Most High God's word being revealed in these last days and going out with the spirit of Yahweh Shai, with the spirit of the Rakah Kodash, which is the Holy Spirit, which is the holy angels, which is the counsel of the Lord, which is the divine inspiration. Just because you hold the scriptures in your hand doesn't mean you have the Holy Spirit, because it's also the Word. It's a divine understanding. It's the breath of life. Meaning that that understanding that the Lord took away from Jake is now being given back to the remnant of the nation of Israel, which is known as the cluster of the grape, the tower of the flock, the remnant, a small sanctuary. Those that follow the Lamb, whithersoever you go with, starting with the 144,000, which are the heads, the elders, the bishops, starting with the elders and apostles, the Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp, Elder Apostle Tahar, and on down. They have been prophesying and admonishing Jake to return to the Most High God for decades upon decades, telling you about the RFID chip, the ins and outs of the RFID chip, how the mark of the beast will be implemented via chipping stations, via Coast Guard troops covering the streets, chipping stations set up, the so-called white man's technology being revealed, AI pins, algorithms, Chat GPT, which you can just type in. It's in the advanced form of Google, where you can just type in, make a resume for me, and it pulls up all your personal information off your phone. It siphons it and puts it into a Word format and makes your essay for you, or your or whatever need you have it needs you have of it to do. You have brain implants, Elon Musk, Tesla, that you can type with your brain. So ultimately, they're going to be what? They're going to police your mind, which is already being done in the form of laws on righteous decrees going out. Because the so-called white man wants you to stay in the dumb, in the lowest state. Continue following pop culture with TikToks, which TikTok almost got outlawed because there's nothing but information going out through there as well. But there's a lot of madness going on, which is you have TikTok challenges, and so on and so forth. So the words of the Most High God is going out in these last days, starting with our elders, apostles, Great Mill Stone, Hebrew, Israelite camp. Exodus 19:6. Verse 5, now therefore you will obey my voice indeed, keep my covenant, then you shall be a peculiar treasure to be above all people, for all the earth is mine. Ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the nation of Israel. Hashem, Mashiach Yahushai. With that, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Mekakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Mill Stone. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Abad Babal, Shalom.